What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns climbing back upon Mount Soapbox for yet another rant. What a surprise. It's Sunday, and we got another rant. Alright, so anyways, if you have a rant suggestion for a future episode about Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead, Mafia, gaming, YouTube, that I have yet to do, feel free and check the playlist first, just in case I may or may not have already done your rant suggestion. The new rant playlist and the OG rant playlist as well. And if you got a rant suggestion that I've yet to do that you think that is rant worthy, feel free and send it my way by the comment section or Twitter or Facebook. By the way, on my social media stuff linked below in the description section. So this is technically going to be a sequel to a previous rant, the Grand Theft Auto Online properties and utilities rant. And it's something I've been kind of thinking about for a while now in the back of my head. And credit to Funky Monkey, he kind of sort of, I guess, sparked it under me. In the comments section, he said, the fact you can't sell them makes it even worse. And that was obviously in response to the utilities bills that you get for the various properties that you own in Grand Theft Auto Online. So, without further ado, we're ranting about everything that is unsellable in Grand Theft Auto Online. Because there are things you can sell, and you get a little bit of your money back, like your cars, your motorcycles, and, well, you even get some other stuff back, like some of your aircraft you can sell back. But all of which, you only get like a small amount back. But at least you get something back, right? Right. All right, so let's start off the list with the bottom, then we'll work our way up, or we'll try to. The little things: clothing and weapons and masks. Now, I'm sure some of you have bought some clothing, some jackets, some shirts, some hats, masks, that you thought, hey, you know, it'd be kind of cool to have that mask. It'd be kind of sweet to wear that suit, but you don't wear it anymore. You spent a few $1,000s on it. Wouldn't it be nice if you could just like clean out that closet in your high-end apartment and, you know, sell some of that stuff, even if you got maybe a few $100s back? You know, every little bit counts nowadays. Unfortunately, you cannot sell your clothing back. You cannot sell your shoes back. You cannot sell hats or masks back. It's with you for life. You can't even donate it. There's not even a Goodwill or a Salvation Army in the game to donate those clothes to. You're stuck with it in your inventory till the end of Grand Theft Auto Online. The same thing goes for weapons. I mean, yeah, you can continue buying more grenades and more ammo, but like, say you have too many shotguns and you just, instead of putting them in the locker, you just want to sell them. You can't do that. Whether it's shotguns, pistols, rifles, machine guns, or even some of the heavy weapons. No. Same thing goes with clothing. You got to keep those weapons till the end of the time, even if you can simply just put them away in a locker and have it set to where only a certain number of weapons appear in your weapons wheel until an update comes out and, you know, screws that up, and then Rockstar has to go and fix it again, which does happen. It's very annoying, but it would be nice if we actually could sell weapons as well as outfits, clothing, masks, hats, etc. So, moving up the ladder, now we're going to talk about garages and apartments. So, back in the day, we could only have one apartment or one garage. At launch, 4 years ago? We ran about that last week. Now we can have up to 6 garages, or 6 apartments, or 6 high-end apartments with 6 garages with it. A total of 60 cars. And let's just say, for example, you don't really need 6 high-end apartments. You just want one high-end apartment so you can have a heist room, and then 5 10-car garages. Well, you can do that, but you'd have to trade out the high-end apartments for just basically 10-car garages. But let's just say that you don't need a high-end apartment, that you just have it sitting there empty and there are no cars in that 10-car garage. You just want to sell that high-end apartment because you have one too many high-end apartments and you already have the CEO office with the executive garage. No, you cannot sell that high-end apartment. What you can do is you can get like a smaller, lower level like property, like a 2-car garage or a 6-car garage, and I think you can make a little bit of money back that way, but you're still stuck with that additional property, whether it's a high-end apartment or low-end apartment, 10-car garage or 2-car garage that you don't need. The issue is you can't sell it. Even if it did just give you a little bit of your money back, or if you just wanted to sell it because you no longer wanted it, you can't do it. You are stuck with the properties you purchase, once again, till the end of Grand Theft Auto Online. Next, we're heading to the high seas with Yachts. For some reason, we wanted yachts in the game, just like we wanted more properties, more garage space for all of our vehicles, and Rockstar was happy to oblige us. And so, lo and behold, we got Yachts. 3 versions. You know, the quote-unquote cheaper one, the one that's in the middle, which is the best deal in my opinion, then the really expensive one. Now, you can swap them out. You can go from like the cheap one to the most expensive one, or the one in the middle, or you can go from the most expensive to the least expensive. I don't know if you get any money back. You probably don't. We can only one yacht max. Well, let's just say you get tired of being a yacht owner. Say, you know, the thrill of having all those parties in the spa, or watching fools get blasted out of the sky when you have your you know, your defenses on, or getting lap dances in the bar. You know, it no longer appeals to you, and you just want to, you know, get rid of the yacht and get some of your money back, even if it's, you know, maybe a couple $1,000,000, even though you spent way more for it, obviously. Nope, you cannot sell your yacht either. You are stuck with it forever. And that's why it ties in to my properties and utilities rant, because whether you like it or not, you're having to pay, you know, like a fee, a fine, a bill for all this shit. And you can't even sell it, so you no longer have to pay that daily toll. So it's ridiculous. So you have this yacht that a lot of people no longer use. Some people still do, but most of the time it just sits there looking pretty. And you rarely go out there. And unfortunately, it's just sitting there, your money, a reminder of what you spent several $1,000,000 on. Now we're going to head back to shore and talk about some of the more useful items in the game that you purchase that unfortunately you can't sell should you ever decide, you know, you don't want to be part of that life anymore. We're going to start with the executive office. Okay, so the executive office is obviously very useful because you need it for CEO work. Yeah, let's just say you got tired of doing CEO work and you no longer felt like you wanted to pay the secretary that certain amount a day, and you rarely went to the executive office. You want to be rid of it. Well, you can't sell the executive office. I mean, there's different executive offices. I guess you could go buy a cheaper one. I don't know if you get any money for doing that. But no, you are once again stuck with the executive office forever. Same thing goes with the executive garages. And yeah, the executive garages are useful because you can customize them, and you can have up to 3 levels, and you can put up to, what is it, 60 cars in your executive garage. So unlike the yacht, there's actually a use and a purpose to the executive garages. But the same rule applies. And like for the custom shop that you can purchase, you can't sell back the custom shop if you don't want it anymore. If you decide, you know what, I didn't really need the custom shop. It was an inconvenience to have to drive down to, you know, Los Santos Customs or Benny's. But, you know, I would very much like my money back. No, you have to keep the custom shop as well, along with your executive garage and your apartment, for better or worse. And that moves us over to the executive warehouses. Now there's, you know, different sizes, and you can like trade one for another. But at the end of the day, let's just say you no longer use the executive warehouse. You're no longer getting crates. You're done with that. That's in the past. You've moved on to other ventures. So your warehouse sits empty. It's just sitting there. You would like to sell it. Nope, can't sell it either. So once again, more money that you spent that you can't get anything back for. It sits there on the mini-map. A reminder of something you're no longer using that you just can't get rid of, no matter how badly you would like to or want to. The next warehouse is possibly still more useful than the executive warehouses because more people are into this now. Importing and exporting of high-end cars. This is something people really enjoy doing in Grand Theft Auto Online because, hey, the name of the game is Grand Theft Auto, and that's what you're doing. Exactly. But let's just say you don't want to do that anymore. You're just not into doing it. You're tired of it. Nope, you can't sell the vehicle warehouses. But there's a positive about the vehicle warehouses. It comes with the basement, right? The quote-unquote bat cave, where all your specialty vehicles are. You remember the specialty vehicles, those first generation of wild, crazy vehicles that came out a while back. The Rant Buggy, the Wastelander, the Phantom Wedge, the Blazer Aqua, Technical Aqua, Rocket Voltic, the Armored Boxville, and my personal favorite, Kit, aka the Ruiner 2000. Now, the prices on these ranged, they varied. Some were more expensive than others, and some of them you could actually take to, LSC and customize. But let's just say that, some of them you didn't want anymore, like the Blazer Aqua or the Rocket Voltic, in my case, and you wanted to sell them. Well, tough shit. You can't sell the specialty vehicles. You have to keep them. I don't mind keeping the Ruiner 2000 because it's a sexy ride. I love her. Plus, she flies and she shoots rockets and machine guns and she jumps. What's not to like about her? But the other vehicles I purchased, I would very much like to sell and get some of my money back. But nope. I got to keep them. I have no choice but to keep the Blazer Aqua, the Rocket Voltic. But it could always be worse because people made even worse decisions when it came to purchasing the other specialty vehicles that came with that update. But the same thing applies. You have to keep them. You can't sell them. But you can go customize them and give Rockstar more money, right? Next, we're moving on to bikers. Now, a lot of people in the MC communities were petitioning, begging, pleading Rockstar to add some biker content to the game. And Rockstar was happy to, once again, oblige that community with MC clubhouses where we could put our motorcycles, as well as the MC businesses, such as Forgery, Counterfeit Cash, Weed Farm, Meth Lab, the Cocaine Lockup. Some of those are better ways of making money than others, but let's just say one of those or all of them you get tired of. And let's just say you bought them all, or you just bought one of them and you no longer use it anymore. It's just sitting there, once again, useless as ever. No, you can't sell the MC businesses. Nope, you're stuck with it. Oh, let's just say you got tired of being a biker. You're like, you know what? I'm just not feeling it. I don't like hanging out with Jim anymore at the bar. I'm not really into her anymore, and I'm not really into biking. I sold all my motorcycles, or I just moved my motorcycles back to my garage, or I only have the Oppressor now. I want to get rid of my MC Clubhouse. No, sorry, brother. You got to keep your MC Clubhouse. Once again, taking a little bit more money off you each and every day. It sits there. You rarely go to it. Now, this isn't the case for everybody. Now, some of you may use your executive office all the time, or your executive warehouses, or your vehicle warehouses, or your MC businesses and clubhouse. But there are definitely some of you out there that probably have a bit of buyer's remorse. And I'm sure the majority of you feel that way for the yacht, right? But we are not done yet, in case you were wondering. We're moving on to the bunker, the MOC, and the AA trailer. These are things that you may or may not need, like the bunker if you're into, that kind of arms business. If you are trying to research shit that's taken forever, I've ranted about that before, obviously. You need a bunker, and unfortunately you need the MOC for the specific vehicles that came with that update in order to customize them via the bunker. You have to go to the MOC, so you need the MOC. And you need the vehicle workshop inside the MOC. Oh, by the way, at the clubhouse, you also don't need the mechanic. But if you bought the mechanic, you can't fire his ass, even though he's annoying as hell. So just wanted to backtrack. Another thing that's unsellable is that lousy, annoying biker mechanic. I mean, it's a lot easier just to go to Los Santos Customs and fix up my hog. All right, so back to the bunker. So let's just say you researched everything, and let's just say you decided that the arms business wasn't for you. Nope, you cannot sell your bunker. Let's just say you already fixed and upgraded all your vehicles like the APC, the Weaponized Tampa, the Oppressor, and I believe the Vigilante is also going to be an MOC vehicle coming up on Halloween. Let's just say after Halloween, you got the Vigilante fixed up, and you just feel like, you know what, my MOC's sitting there. It's not doing anything. It's not serving a purpose. I've got all the Mark II weapons I'm ever going to need. No, you cannot sell your MOC. You're stuck with it. The same thing goes with the lousy AA trailer. Now, if you upgrade the cannons to the flat cannons, it's pretty badass. But, yeah, it's that truck, the Sadler. I love the Sadler, by the way. I think it's an awesome truck. But it doesn't work so well with the AA trailer. For one thing, you can't even customize the Sadler. It has no real armor protection to it. And if you decide, you know what, I don't want the AA trailer anymore, no, it sits there collecting dust in the bunker that you also cannot sell, sitting right beside the MOC that, yes, you also cannot sell either. Now we're taken to the skies of Southern San Andreas, to the Hangar. A lot of you that are into planes are probably excited about the Smuggler's Run update, especially those of you that purchased a hangar at Fort Zancudo, because it gives us low-level access to actually go into the base without being murdered by the military. And you can even steal a laser jet and only get 2 stars for it. That's not a bad trade-off, to be honest. But let's just say, eventually, you get tired of the aircraft. So you sell all the aircraft you have, you're done with that lifestyle. You don't want to fly anymore. You've developed a fear of heights or flights or whatever. You just don't want to do that. You're tired of Nervous Ron annoying you every 5 seconds about going out and sourcing shit for him. And you want out of the hangar business. Nope. You're stuck with it. Just like everything else on this list, you're stuck with that hangar. And now the grand finale. You thought I may have forgot about him. I didn't. Because this is something I ranted about long time ago. Oh yes. The ultimate items that are unsellable that we would so much love to get some money back. Obviously not all of our money, but some money back. And to clean up that inventory whenever you call Pegasus. Yes, the Pegasus vehicles. It's been a bane for most of us since day one, because when you first started playing Grand Theft Auto Online, you started making money, you started buying stuff, right? And then you saw the Pegasus vehicles, and you're like, ooh, I gotta have that Pegasus vehicle. Ooh, I gotta have that Pegasus vehicle. And then you look at your list of Pegasus vehicles, and you realize that most of them you don't even use. And you would not mind selling a good chunk of them. Maybe keep the tank and the Buzzard and the Hydra. Maybe 1 or 2 other vehicles. But the rest, you wouldn't mind losing them and getting a few bucks back, right? A few $100,000, maybe even $1 million, $2 million. That would be nice to purchase whatever comes out next when Rockstar decides to drip feed the next vehicle Tuesday. No, you cannot sell any of your Pegasus vehicles. But hey! The aircraft, you can now take the aircraft over to the hangar and you can create a personal version of that aircraft, quote unquote, free, but it does cost money to do some customization to it. So there is that. So you're probably wondering, GeauxBurns, how many Pegasus vehicles are there in the game? Okay, 30 aircraft. So you have an option of 30 aircraft you could possibly put into your hangar, even though I think the max is a little bit lower. I think we talked about that during the Smuggler's Run rant, I believe. Yes. Then there's 20 land vehicles that you could have as Pegasus vehicles, and 11 watercraft. The grand total, 61 Pegasus vehicles. And I realize most of you, hopefully, did not buy every single Pegasus vehicle. But a lot of you probably did buy a few Pegasus vehicles that you would very much like to sell. Once again, as of right now, going on 4 years now, no, you cannot sell your Pegasus vehicles. You cannot sell the bunker, the MOC, the hangar, the AA trailer, the MC Clubhouse, or the mechanic that comes with the Clubhouse, or the MC businesses, the vehicle warehouses, the specialty vehicles, the executive warehouses, the executive office, the executive garages, or the custom shop that comes with the executive garage, the yachts, the apartments, or the garages, or the weapons, or the outfits, clothing, shoes, boots, hats, caps, helmets, masks. Nope. You cannot sell any of that stuff. So basically what we're looking at is anywhere from hundreds of thousands of dollars in Grand Theft Auto currency to millions and millions and millions of Grand Theft Auto currency sitting there that you cannot get any of that back from Rockstar. Not even a 25%, not even 10%. You get 0% back. Because all these items are the unsellables in Grand Theft Auto Online.